Hi folks, welcome to the Sabres Reloaded. This is the video on the channel that discusses topics within the organization. At least that's what it used to be. I don't know. But for me, this is a topic, and it's a personal topic, and I wanted to bring it up. And I'll show you a clip. Here we go. In the middle of difficulty lies opportunity. That's one of my most famous quotes of Albert Einstein. Yeah, that is one of my most famous quotes that he said that I've always liked. And you'll see me use it in the channel from time to time. I'm going to use it in this video because we're in the middle of difficulty. So what's the opportunity, I guess, would be the theme of this video. What's the opportunity, guys? Because I believe this saying 100%. Guys, I'll tell you some personal story, okay? When in 1992, when my drinking hit its peak, and me and my ex broke up, my daughter's mom, and she took off to British Columbia with my kid. I lost my daughter for 18 months and 4 days. Now that could have made or broke my life, right? I was 30-something days sober when she took off with her, but I was still a mess psychologically. So at the time, I was about as tough as warm butter. I couldn't handle anything emotionally, really, at the time. Now, now I can walk through funerals and everything, and I can make sense of things now like I couldn't do that before. And that was probably one of the most difficult years of my life, was 1992. That was August 92. By December of 92, I had such a grip of this sober thing that I realized I have an opportunity here. And this is exactly, I've lived it, is what I'm saying. I've lived this in a different context than, let's say, what we're going through right now. But this applies to everything in life. So what is the opportunity that maybe we're looking at here? Really, there has to be some opportunity that is right in front of us. Look, and let's use them. Let's use the Florida Panthers as the example. Guys, what a mess for years over there. How many years did they go without winning a playoff series? Wasn't it 28 years or something? I don't even know. 96 was the last time. No, they won a series in 99, was it? I'd have to check. I'm going to check it one day. But something like, let's say 25, 26 years. It was something like that. Something like that. It was a crazy amount of years. Say 23, 24 years, whatever. That team was a mess for years, missing the playoffs, no fans. And look what they just did last summer. You guys seen it. It can happen to us too. But we have to take action. And if the Sabres don't take action now, when are they going to? And I don't want to hear the fans say, oh, well, like this is just, how the Sabres are. No. You could have said that about Florida back then. Sometimes it takes one action. Sometimes it takes one decision to shift everything. But if we sit pat right now, guys, if we sit pat and do nothing right now, then we're doomed. Because even if we get winning again, we will get losing again. This is proof. What we're living right now is proof it will happen again. You got to change the dimension of the team. You don't got to change out the team, blow it up. You don't have to do any of that silliness. But you do have to change the dimension. It's not working. It's not working. So we're in the middle of difficulty right now. We are. There's opportunity out there. I mentioned Joel Quenneville. I'm going to mention it again because I thought that's the coach we should have got. Really. I'd have no problem with Lindy becoming the general manager and then bringing in Joel Quenneville as our coach. Now, I don't think this is going to happen. I just don't. But if, let's say we went crazy and did something that, I'd be ready for that. Or put Lindy as president of the team. He should be. That's what he should be, The guy's paid his dues as a coach. He came in probably as a mercy call, if anything. to come over here and try to help straighten out this ship. But at some point, Lindy deserves a nice cushy office where he can relax and just make some decisions at his desk. Really, he's paid his dues. He has, in the Buffalo scheme of things, I'm talking, and in the NHL, And yeah, I want to see him hit like strides when it comes to the wins, but as a coach, but I don't think he cares about that right now. I think Lindy just wants to see this franchise get stable again. And when they fired Lindy years ago, folks, I knew it was a mistake. I knew it. This is proof. We're all living it now. Because ever since we fired Lindy, what a mess back then. He should have just left the GM, left the coach alone. Twice they got us far in the playoffs. 3 times, was more than, actually 4 times. 4 times, that's wrong. I'm talking twice in the century maybe. 98, 99, 2006, 2007 was Lindy and Darcy. And my goodness, 4 times in the space of 10 years, we were in the Final Four. So why break that up? Why not believe eventually it's going to break through? Why? Because the standard was still to win the Stanley Cup in Buffalo back then. That was still the standard. Even when they were struggling after 98, 99, the standard was still high, and they eventually got right back into the playoffs again, right? So this team, probably could get in if they got on track and everything. But I'm more concerned right now, guys, about upstairs. I'm not as concerned about the ice level as I am upstairs, what's going on with this franchise right now. And right now, there's opportunity to change that. There's an opportunity right in front of our eyes. It's time, I think, to, if Adams doesn't make any moves here, he's got to go. He just has to go. And you guys know I like what he's built and what he's done, but I don't like, he's too damn soft as a GM. He's too soft. I honestly believe that's what's going on here. He's too soft as a general manager, and he just waits too long to get things done. There's too much of a, what would the proper term be? Delay. He likes to delay things till he's comfortable doing them, and he doesn't have that luxury anymore. Time's out. So we've talked about that over and over. But what opportunities are you guys thinking? Throw it out there. Throw me coaches' names, GMs, whatever. I know most of you are just going to say it doesn't really matter. I see some of you talking about like defensive coaches and goalie coaches and things like this. I wouldn't go that deep right now, guys. Really, I think it's the bigger names in this organization. It starts with the Pagulas, and we know that they're not going nowhere. They're staying. They got the Bills winning. They could get the Sabres winning, okay? They could. And I don't think it's because he doesn't want to spend to the cap. I think that's just the most ridiculous way of looking at it. We've spent to the cap and we're last overall. You guys forget how much we were spending to the cap when we had Jack Eichel? Do you guys really forget? We're the worst team in hockey and we were like one of the highest paid teams. You guys forget that already? It's never been an issue with money with Pagula. That's not the issue. Not like people think. No. He's willing to spend to the cap. But they want to keep cap space open, which I understand that right now. But now, if we can make the deal and max out the cap, I think we have to. And then we worry about the cap in the offseason. Like every other normal team does. We don't have the luxury no more. Our players have gotten older. They're getting paid regular salaries now. And, we're not totally overpaying players either, guys. We're just not. If we could ever get Owen Power to turn into some sort of a physical presence, along with his gifted offensive ability out there, hell, we'd have like another Chara in the league. I don't think he could ever be a beast like that, but imagine if this guy even had a touch of Chara's blood in him. Oh my goodness, with that frame, scary to think. And when he had talked about, that Clifton had 9 hits in the game, I did see that. I was hoping for 10, to be honest, because I don't remember the last time a Sabre got 10, but I did see that. And he said that Clifton had as many hits in that game as Power has had all year. That's true. It's not good, eh? But that's on Lindy too. Okay, that's on Lindy. The team's physical presence is on the coach. That's the coach. I don't blame the players on that one. That's the coach. You got to teach them to hit. You got to teach them not to be scared, go in the corners, make nasty things happen in front of the net. All of it. All of it. So, what opportunities do you think are out there? What's the opportunity that's in front of our eyes we're not talking about? Sometimes you guys say something like, oh, geez, yeah, wow, that's true, My thinking is Lindy goes upstairs. It could be Lindy becomes president. Somebody else becomes general manager that we bring in. We could bring in a GM with a big name. You guys throw some names. I haven't really thought about it. And I would bring in Quenneville as coach. I would shift up everything right now, guys, and make some damn trades at the same time. Just do it all. I think then we'd all feel refreshed. It would feel like, okay, we have a fresh start again, right? And we'd be almost forgiving if there's a bit of struggle still. We'd be forgiving because they took action. And I think that's what Sabres fans want. They just want the team to take action. And the opportunity now is there for this to happen. Whether it will happen or not is another story. All right, guys, done. I'll see you guys in the nightcap.